All right.
All right. What's going on? What? Huh? Forget it. We're going to do it live. Just do it live. We're going. Hey, everybody. Bezat here from Naked and Famous Denim. Thank you for joining me on another Friday live stream. It's my last live stream from Montreal for the next couple of while. We're just trying to figure that out. But we're definitely back in Montreal in June, but between then, we plan on being back. We just haven't figured that out yet. So you'll be able to tune in to me live streaming from Japan. I won't have as many samples, but we are organizing a sample set to get sent to our place in Japan. So I will be able to show you guys some stuff. Anyhow, I'll work it out with Garrett, and we'll have lots of fresh content coming your way. And if you are tuned into the Tate and Yoko Instagram, Garrett does a lot of great stories on there, so you definitely want to follow him if you're not following him already. How's the room populating there, Garrett? By the way, Garrett is behind the camera again, so we're doing the double vision. We've got Instagram Live in vertical mode, and we're shooting separately in horizontal mode in high def so that we can upload that high quality version to the YouTube.
Okay, first question.
Okay.
This is a toughie.
Lay it on me.
What EU store is stocking Black Japan Heritage?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know offhand. Yeah, probably Cultism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cultism most definitely has it. So check out Cultism.
All right, that's the first and only question. Everyone's
Okay.
just
Populating the room.
got lots of love.
Okay, thanks for the love, everybody. Of course, feel free to send your questions my way. I'll try to answer as many as we can. But I'll just start off with, today was Toxic Avenger release day. So if you were one of the lucky people who were to get a pair of these today, good for you. We had some posters that we're going to be sending out, some autograph posters from the good people at Troma. If you didn't get one, it's because we ran out. We only had a couple, so the first few people who were able to order the jacket, we sent those out with your orders today. So the Toxic Avenger Jeanne, that's brand new, available right now at Tate & Yoko, Naked and Famous Denim New York, and of course the Naked and Famous Denim World. Triple alternating twill denim, but you know what? I've talked about this Jeanne for the last couple of weeks. You can, if you haven't checked out the trailer that we posted, you definitely want to check that out because all the information is there and it's a lot of fun to watch. Yes, new question.
Okay, I'm a spirit. Details.
Okay, actually, I prepared this week by having exactly. Oh, sorry. This is the Japan Heritage All Black. The Okayama Spirit 4 is somewhere here. Throw it up on the table. So, Okayama Spirit 4. This is the first samphorized Okayama Spirit. Typically, the Okayama Spirit line is an unsamphorized line, but we thought this denim was special enough, and even after samphorization, you can see just how beautiful and streaky and textured this is. You're not going to miss out on anything. At least, I don't think you're going to miss out on very much because of this samphorized fabric. In fact, it will make it a lot easier for you to buy these because the shrinkage rate is not something you're going to have to worry about. So we've got a 16 and a half ounce big slub denim, low tension weave. You're going to get a lot of character in this fabric, a lot of vertical falling, a lot of streakiness in this fade. So this is one of the brand new pieces coming for the fall winter collection in stores around August, September.
Okay, I knew this question was coming. Release date on the Sakiari.
Okay, like 2-3 weeks. We just got it in the warehouse, so we're shipping those out to our retail partners right now. So we'll have it online in about 2 or 3 weeks. Typically, what we do is when a product hits our warehouse warehouse guys, they got to sort through it and pick and pack everybody's orders, and we give it around a 3-week turnaround for them to complete doing all the picking, packing, shipping, and for our customers to receive. It takes time for them to get it on their floor, make the product pages for their websites, tag them and stuff. So we don't want to jump the gun. So we try to, we give ourselves a little bit of time before we release something, so that we're not ahead of anybody else. Some people might release it earlier, and that's fine. You might be able to find some of our spring releases already available on some other websites, which is cool. I know that Blue Owl just launched the Japan Heritage All Black, so you'll be able to get those at Blue Owl right now. We're going to be launching these next Friday. I'll talk a little bit about the details about this Jeanne in a moment. I saw another question.
MK updates.
No real updates yet, except for the fact that it is going to happen. We are very focused on the Batman capsule collection right now. So I think after we're done all the planning and sampling for that, then we'll start working on the next project. So we do have quite a few properties in our roadmap for the future that we're working on, including Mortal Kombat. There's also, I don't know if I talked about it yet, but yeah, let's talk about it. You know what? Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So we're gonna continue with our Halloween horror releases. You know, we did the Ghostbusters edition for last Halloween, so we'll have, we are working with those properties, and we're gonna try and line things up for Halloween 20 and Halloween 2021. So I'm giving away a lot, but anyhow, I like to let you guys know what's going on.
So following up on that, any Batman updates?
Not yet. We are in the process of sampling fabric right now. So there's a design component in terms of what the overall jean is going to look like, what weights, what's the details of the colors, that kind of thing. Leather patches, pocket flashers. And we're also, so we're doing all that design development stuff, and we're submitting that stuff over to the Batman team for approval. And at the same time, on the Japan side of things, we are trying to make sure that all of our ideas are conceivable in denim form. So, you know, sometimes when you're imagining a character and what they would look like in terms of a denim fabric, your imagination can run wild. And we have to make sure that what we are trying to achieve is actually physically doable. So we're doing a lot of back and forth with the Japan side as well.
Question, I think this guy means Australian retailers. Do we have any Australian retailers?
Yeah, there's Prime. I think their website is primeonline.co.au. So Prime, they have a couple of locations, and they've been a long-time supporter of the brand.
Maple Store.
And Maple Store. Where's Maple Store? I forget the location.
No, it's Prime.
Prime has in Melbourne and I think Adelaide.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been to Australia,
I know nothing about
and I would like to visit. It seems like a nice country. And
Oh, Sydney.
Sydney. Why can't I not remember that? Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne is where Prime is. I think they might. Do they have a shop in Adelaide? Anyways, I don't remember.
No, Prime is.
Prime has a couple of locations.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's not into.
Okay. The real answer is that all of this information is on our website on the store locator. So if I don't know the answer offhand, our store locator does have the answer.
When is the natural seed jacket with side pockets coming out?
That's coming out. Is that scheduled for next Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, next Friday. We have 3 jackets. Well, 2 jackets coming out next Friday. 2 or 3?
Just 2, I think. Just friendship and
The
all conditions.
Yes. No, we're going to save the all conditions for the full all conditions release. I think next Friday we have Japan Heritage All Black, including the jacket. There will be the Island Blue. There is the Friendship Denim. Oh yeah, so Friendship Denim and Island Blue are coming out next Friday. I think there is a release date on the calendar for the NEP, the natural with NEP, with pockets.
Natural seed?
Yeah, natural NEP, natural seed with NEP. Well, no, it's not NEP. It's natural seed. It doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's not on the calendar.
It's not on the calendar.
What is it?
I think if it's not, then I'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, it's not.
Natural brown flaky crust.
Sorry, it's on the March 13th.
March 13th. That's when the jacket is scheduled to come out. Okay, thanks, Risa. We were doing a lot of videos the other day, and sometimes when you're making these videos, it's hard to. You have the words in your head, and they just won't come out. So natural seed nep. Anyways, it was a little bit of word vomit on my part.
What's
I find it funny.
your next? You kind of answered this question, but what's your next licensing collaborations? You did Dragon Ball Z, Toxic Avenger, Ghostbusters. What's next?
Yeah, so what's next is what came out today. That's the Toxic Avenger collaboration. So that was our collaboration with Trauma Entertainment and their film, The Toxic Avenger, one of my favorite films of all time. So that came out today in jean form and in denim jacket form as well. We've got the triple alternating twill deformed denim with the giant chenille embroidery on the back. I really, really love that detail on the back. I'm going to be wearing this jacket a lot. I don't post a lot of like fit pics, but when I'm wearing this jacket, I probably will because I like to show that one off. Question.
Which season do you think we'll see a revised Groovy Guy? Once Upon a Time fit?
Yeah, so actually right before this live stream, Garrett and I were talking about that, and we're just talking about developing that fit. So we both of us have different ideas, and we're gonna start sampling in the next couple of weeks to see what works for us. So I would say that by next spring, so spring 21, we'll have some kind of a new guy fit. And you know what I think will be fun is when we get the samples in and we just show them off live here with everybody and see what everybody thinks. Maybe we can crowdsource the ideas here on what would be the ideal fit.
When does the tatami jackets drop?
The tatami jackets drop fall winter 20. So our fall winter 20 release window, it starts as early as late July and goes all the way to October. So around that time.
Bought the Toxic Avenger today. Very excited to get them in my hands.
Excellent. If you got them from Tete and Yoko, then maybe you'll be getting an autograph poster with that today too.
Potentially. Okoyama Spirit is by far your best work, I feel. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I do enjoy the Okayama Spirit series a lot. I find that our Japan Heritage, so I'll talk about what's coming out soon. The Japan Heritage line is also a very equivalent line of textured, beautiful denim. In fact, I'm not really sure why we separated the line, Okayama Spirit and Japan Heritage. I guess the Okayama Spirits tend to be a little bit heavier, but even still, in terms of fabric quality, it's some of the best stuff out there. And I think that anybody who has ever had an Okayama Spirit or a Japan Heritage is very happy with what they have and what that denim has transformed into. So with this one, we've got the first all black Japan Heritage, and this is something you don't really see a lot, is a very slubby, unsanforized black denim. So you got a lot of texture and grit to this fabric here, and everybody needs a good pair of black jeans. We're going to have the shrinkage results posted on the website next week. I'm going to be taking these home tonight. I'm going to do some wash tests on them and figure out all of the shrink rates for everything. So if you're looking for, if you're planning on getting a pair of these, more information will be coming soon in terms of shrinkage percentage rates. And we can go over a couple of the details of the jean. Of course, you have that slubby, gritty textured denim. I believe it's a 14.5 ounce denim. And we have that, I really like this selvage ID here. It's like a very vintage style with like this pale pink line going through it as well. You've got the military spec, non-reflective buttons, all made by YKK USA. So these were all made, all the hardware for our jeans is made in Kentucky. All of our leather patches are made right here in Canada. And you've got this great pebble leather patch as well. So it's got a lot of great detail and texture to that. So I think it'll, as a whole package, if you're looking to get a pair of black jeans and maybe you're a more traditionalist in terms of unsanforized or really just loving slubby denims, this is a great option for you guys. And I think it's the first time we've ever done an unsamphorized slubby black. The Akuma and the Trunks denim were samphorized. And those were very, very slubby. And if you've ever seen faded images of those jeans, you can get a good idea of what a slubby black denim will fade into. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are able to do with these over time. And this comes out in 3 fits, super weird, easy, and denim jacket next Friday. Question?
How limited is the Sakiori denim and tatami denim?
How limited are they? Loose thread over here. I mean, we're not making 7,000 pairs. Probably just a few hundred pairs. There won't be that many. I mean, it's one of those things that between us, and if you're really into the brand, like if you're really into us and Naked and Famous and Fabric, you're watching our program right now. But it's not something that the general consumer is really gonna fall for in a way. They're not gonna see that jean and say, hey, that's the thing I need to have. It's somebody who really understands fabric and loves fabric who would appreciate that. So in terms of sales, it's not like every Naked and Famous retailer in the world is gonna be carrying that. So because of that, the production is limited to just the stores that have a customer base that can appreciate such fabrics.
Would the 40 ounce in boot cut be possible?
It's possible. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to go about doing the full production of the 40 ounce jeans because they're gonna be made one at a time. So if that is the case, it might be a pre-order situation where you order it and we make it to order. I'm sure we can maybe do a mix of taking orders and then in between we're also just making 2 or 3 pairs a day and just building our inventory up a little bit. But if we are doing a slower production, which we likely will be because everything will be made on a giant, and I mean a super giant, single needle machine that we custom ordered just to sew this denim. So if that's the case, then it may be likely that we can offer it in other fits than our traditional 3.
Will there be a restock for Vegetas in Weird Guy?
No, there won't be any. There are no planned restocks.
Can you share more about the new dark MIJ?
Yeah. Sure. Do I have? Yeah, I have them here. So these are it. We call it the Kihon denim. No. Risa. We call these the Midnight. Yahan. Sorry. Can you explain to us what Yahan means?
It literally means midnight, like the.
Oh, okay. It's the Japanese word for midnight.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is the Midnight denim. And what's very special about this is that it looks black, but it is not black. It is the darkest shade of indigo you'll ever come across. And I'm just gonna get a scrap piece of paper here just to demonstrate what's going on. So, you can see that it comes off blue. So this is basically what looks like black indigo that fades to blue. So it's a very special denim, and it's got a great texture to it as well. And all blacks. It's not quite, well, it's certainly not black, but you can see compared to a black denim, it still looks black. Whereas when you compare dark indigo jeans sometimes that do look black, when you put it next to black, they tend to look more blue. Here's a good example. Some people might see that and say, oh, that's a black jet denim. And then you put it up against a real black denim and you're like, whoa, okay, no, that's actually more blue. But you can see the Midnight denim versus the Japan Heritage All Black, and it's comparable. I mean, it looks a little bit more gray tone because it doesn't have a black filled weft, so you see some of that weft color come through. So it's not a solid black, but it is very much in that tone. So if you're looking for a great dark indigo jean that has, I would say, an unusual fading property, that is a great option for you to check out.
Okay, next. Is the Batman collab associated with the new movie?
No. It's not based on the new movie at all. In fact, it's going to be based around more comic book arcs than it is with film.
Alright, let's see. Anorak Nelson, Anorak on the horizon.
We did one, and it wasn't our best product. So I really liked that anorak that we made. We had this like beautiful indigo dyed, very streaky anorak, and it sold okay, but not enough for us to be like, okay, let's make some more anoraks. So I don't think it's something that we'll do again for a while, unless we personally just feel like doing it. But it's not something that people are like asking us for.
Are the new short sleeve shirts easy fit?
Yeah, so all of our shirts, our button-down collar shirts are the easy fit shirt. And so this is from the fall collection, but it has this back darting. And what that allows for is a trimmer look, but when you move, it opens up and expands and you have a little bit more room. It's not so tight around your shoulders and things like that. So the easy fit is far from a like relaxed fit shirt. It's an easy fit shirt. It's a very comfortable shirt to wear. So our button down collar shirts are all easy shirt, and then when they are without sleeves, the short sleeve versions, it's the same fit, just with no sleeves or short sleeves.
True Grit fades. Any more cowboy themed denim?
Well, I have the True Grits on right now, and Garrett was even he was pretty impressed with the way that they look today, because under the right light, they really come off nicely. I mean, it's pretty dark in here right now. You've got the fluorescent light, so it's not perfect, but they are coming along quite nicely. You know, it's funny, you can see this fade right here, and that's my my mini Tiger Bomb. I never leave home without this.
But is there any more cowboy themed denim coming down the line?
Right
Maybe
now?
fall winter 20 hint.
Nothing specifically cowboy themed, but we are working on more like warm tone denims for fall winter 21. Last time we were in Japan doing our fabric development back in November, we were planning on some more earthy and warmer toned denims that I think, for me in my mind, that's a very Western kind of look and feel. Yeah.
What about the wild blue?
The wild blue is, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It does have that old school look to it. It's not that traditional dark indigo. So you're not, I don't know why I didn't think of that. My brain was just in True Grit mode. But the wild blue is this vintage style blue that I really like. And I can show you, I don't know if this is exactly the right tone. But I've got some vintage jeans here. And you can see it's got that kind of greenish blue. This is a little bit more green cast, but it's got that, it's a dark indigo, a raw denim, but you can see that it's, on the lighter side of dark.
Blueberry dye weft stretch selvage coming? Question mark.
No, not planned. We did blueberry dyed shirts before. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. We haven't done any fruit dyes in a while. I am working on, speaking earlier, somebody was talking about, plans for Mortal Kombat. We are trying to work on a natural dye for that. There's a plant called the bloodroot, and it makes a dye, a red dye, and I thought that would be quite appropriate for Mortal Kombat. Of course, if you make a Mortal Kombat collection, it has to be bloody. So, we can't dye with real blood, because I don't think that would be possible, I don't think it'd be possible, but would it be too weird? Anyways, bloodroot, you got the name and you got the look without the ew factor, maybe.
Any Sakura jeans coming in soon?
Yeah, so the Hanami, I just brought these down from the warehouse. So these are coming out very soon. So this is our cherry blossom themed denim. As you can see, it's got a great dark tone to it, and you can see a little bit of pink coming through the front face of the fabric here, and that's because the weft is a pink weft. So we've done pink wefts before. We had the Sakura slub stretch selvage. This is a 100% cotton, pink weft jean, or Sakura themed jean, as it will. So nice Japanese springtime theme. So I really like the outside of it because you get a little bit of that pink, not a lot. So it doesn't look like you're wearing pink jeans at all. Just a nice rosy tint to it. And then on the selvage edge, which is my favorite part of this jean, you've got that. You can see it nicely over here. I don't want to ruin the pocket flasher by bending it funny. So you can see we've got that cherry blossom selvage ID and that pink selvage line here as well. And you can see it really, really nicely when you cuff up that jean. That is a very nice cuff. So you can see that there very nicely. Pink line, cherry blossoms with the pink weft. Great combination.
Any plans for leather or suede jeans?
No. I think last week somebody was asking about leather jackets, and I think I talked about that, saying that I'd rather let the denim jacket people make denim jackets. We're good at jeans, and I don't think that we're going to ever make leather jeans. We make the waxed denim, which is leather looking, what we did, I can't let everything out of the bag, but it's not planned yet, but we did see this really, really cool development where it looked as if it was like a leather coating on denim, and that leather coating would crack and fade away and then reveal the denim underneath, or like a rod, and then you could fade that as well. That was really cool, and we may do something with it. Sometimes some of the developments that we're shown or introduced to that's pretty much as far as they're gonna go, because doing it in mass is perhaps impossible. So these are some of the things that we have to investigate further.
Someone asked, I don't know what they're talking about, but is that the same as the Trunks collab jean? Right, one of the black jeans maybe?
The Trunks jacket will be restocked. Well, that was with the pre-order, so we did a pre-order at that. There might be a few extra pieces, after we do that production lot, so there will be a small restock of those.
No, he's asking if one of the jeans you showed is the same as the Trunks.
No, so this is an unsamphrized slubby denim, whereas the Trunks was a little bit heavier weight, a little bit more slubby, and samphorized. This is unsamphorized.
Are you guys thinking of a real gold with black denim?
Man, there's that'll probably happen at some point. Once you do gold, the next step is perhaps platinum. So we'll see where we go with that one. But the real gold, I think, is the best-selling jean of February. Those are very, very popular. Yeah, I mean they look really cool. So I can't blame anybody for getting those. Those are a great jean.
How many Batman characters will you make as jeans?
4 to 6.
Rainbow core.
Yeah. We want to do more core denims. The situation with core denims, because for fall winter 20 we actually had purple core lined up, but the mill that produces the reactive dyed yarns that we've always been using in our core denims, they are no longer in operation. So that kind of happened right at the time that we were sampling fabric for the new collection. So we didn't have time to find a new supplier for the yarn. So we're gonna get back to that. That is something that we're gonna do some investigation on when we are back in Japan. So expect more core denims. You'll see some more color options, and for sure you'll see a rainbow core from us again one day. Next question.
Anything in 36-inch inseam length in the works?
Garrett, you want to handle that one? Because we were just talking about that one today as well.
Well, weren't we just gonna do a pre-order?
Yeah, you want to talk about the plan?
Plan.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, the plan is going to be that we'll be taking some pre-orders. So if you have, you want a super guy, weird guy, easy guy, you'll be able to make a pre-order, and then we're going to make it to order for the inseam length. So as of right now, nothing's set in stone, but hopefully maybe, what do you think? Sometime this summer, maybe take pre-orders, or?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
That's what I've been telling people so far.
Right, I'm thinking pre-orders and. Yeah, probably April, and then we'll have production lined up for summer-ish delivery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've been having a lot of people reaching out to me, a lot of tall guys, and I'm sorry. They're like, can we have 36-inch inseam, 36-inch? And we're working on it, and we're going to eventually do it for you guys. Of course, it will be limited in the fabric, so you won't necessarily be able to get, like okay, I'm a spirit, or, you can't just choose any fabric you want, any fit you want. So it's not like a big made to order event, but we will do some more of like the core fabrics and, as much as we possibly can for you guys, for your taller guys. And then also with that other fit that we're talking about, maybe it will be a longer inseam, maybe not. We're talking about it right now. So that was one of my ideas, because, if it's going to be closer to a boot cut or a straight fit, it's not as bad. Because right now, the problem is right now, especially with the easy guy and the weird guy and the super guys, they're all tapered fits. So if we do a 36-inch inseam for all of those jeans, most people who are maybe around, between a 30-inch inseam, they're going to have to cut off, the bottom 5, 6 inches of that jean. And then all of a sudden, it goes from being a tapered jean to a not so tapered jean, and the leg opening is quite wide. So that's why at the moment we'd only make the inseam so long. Otherwise, it would kind of ruin the fit for the majority of people. And if you are wondering, we don't have any 36-inch inseam, but there are a few jeans out there that are 34.5. Or even 35-inch inseam. So it's pretty close. Just look around on the website and you can see on the size chart 35-inch inseam, or you can just send me an email and I can tell you which ones are longer inseam.
Right. So there you have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is definitely the challenge. We're not a big enough company that we can offer everything in every possible inseam. Maybe one day. So we try to make an inseam that fits as many people as possible, and you know, between most guys, most of the hemming that we do is probably for guys between 28 and 30, 31-inch inseams. I find that anybody who has like a 32-inch inseam, if you got a 34-inch inseam jean, they're just cuffing them anyways. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. I don't remember what exactly I was talking about.
Okay. Some guy said, "What's up with that Elephant 9 though?" I don't know. What is up with it?
I think they're pretty cool. It's a color we've never done before. Elephant's always been very, very dark, so we're going in a slightly new direction.
What are those shoes you're wearing?
These are some natural bench tan Henderson sneakers. So they're pretty fun. If you like fading jeans, I think fading leather is the next thing. Yeah, they're pretty nifty. Nifty sneakers.
Is it possible to get a non-Tempe treated version of those MIJs?
No. Because everything is done in a production lot. So they don't want to just pull out, random pieces to set aside. Like, it seems like very easy, but when you're making a couple thousand pairs, maybe not a couple thousand pairs. Well, I don't know how many we're going to make in total, but when you're making a lot of stuff and then there's some off the menu ordering, the chances of that getting messed up, I find, are a little too high. So I'd rather not do like small requests when it comes to things like that, because this is not made in our factory, and if I take your money and I tell you something's going to get done, and then it doesn't get done, that puts me in a bad spot. So there are certain things where I'd rather not offer it than have a potential for disappointment.
Well, and it makes it more expensive if you start doing made-to-order stuff.
Right.
Any Naked and Famous denim home stuff in the works besides the denim banners?
We have the skateboards, but I think, back in the day, early days of Naked and Famous denim, and I don't know where those pieces are. Oh, they're somewhere around here. Every season, we would make a really weird off-the-wall thing. So in the first season of Naked and Famous denim, we made baseball gloves. Raw denim, made in Japan, baseball gloves. We made coolers. We made chairs. They weren't the greatest chairs in the world, like beach chairs. There was always a thing that we made. And the beer coolers were actually all right. I don't know. I'm sure there's one somewhere around here, but I think we were just doing it for our own sheer enjoyment, and then at some point we're like, it's so much trouble to try and because again, these are things that were not made in our factory, so getting a bag factory to agree to make 80 bags, it's not something that they want to do, because they want a long-term business, and this is such a small thing for them that they'd rather not worry about it. So it became difficult. So in terms of home stuff, I don't know. I mean, banners are pretty cool. Skateboards are cool. Anything that is, not particularly complicated, I think is okay for now. I don't know. If anybody has any good ideas, send them my way. But I think that might be it for now.
Are all of your shirts hand wash?
No, you could machine wash. They'll shrink a little bit. You gotta, especially for the the looser woven flannels, you gotta stretch them out a little bit after you wash them. I torture test basically everything I own. Everything pretty much goes in hot wash, hot dry. And I've very rarely had an instance where it shrunk more than it became wearable, and that's with fully torture testing it. But if you warm wash, cool dry or hang dry. You'll be fine. And just make sure that because almost everything will shrink a little bit in the wash. Give it a little tug when it's still damp, and you'll get a little bit of that back.
Did I miss any MIJ banner jacket update?
No, because I didn't update you yet. I was talking to our pattern maker today. She's going to be doing it next week. It's been a little bit busy for her, and she's the one who's going to be making it herself, because she wants to make sure that, because she's going to be cutting all of the banners by hand, and she wants to make sure that the layout of the jacket is very nice looking instead of very random. So she's working on that next week, and we'll have the sample probably ready by then. Garrett will definitely be showing it off when the sample is ready, and then we'll organize the pre-order probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Fit recommendations for a shorter guy with big thighs.
Easy Guy. Put on the Easy Guy. What I like about the Easy Guy is that it gives you the room in the thighs that you need, and it has a sharp taper. So it gives you that slimness. It looks like a slim jean on a bigger guy, on a slimmer. Well, I'm not that slim, but I'm not as slim as I used to be. I'm a little bit Doritos, man. It's my weakness. For a guy with my build, who doesn't particularly have larger thighs, it's a relaxed fit jean for a slimmer body. I don't know.
All right, the official Phantom meme says, "I bring this up on every live stream, so this time again, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!" Exclamation mark.
I want to. I don't. We don't have them, but one day, I hope to have them and to do that collaboration. I'm a big Ninja Turtles fan, so that would be very fun for me to do one day.
Any update on a new fit with more crotch space, but a nice slim taper? What about the stack guy? Or I guess it's not tapered. It's got lots of rise.
It's got lots of rise, and it's got a slim leg. A lot of people forget about Stack Guy. I think maybe we even forget about Stack Guy. That's an option for you if you want a slim leg with a higher rise. Again, I think the problem seems to be that, we introduce these fits, and people are especially men, they're very stuck in their ways. Maybe it's not the right terminology, but men are very used to what they like. So once they like the weird guy, they're weird guys. Once they like super guy, they're super guy. Once they're easy guy, they're easy guy. So we can add that new fit, but I feel that our customer base, for the most part, is so, they like what they like. Sometimes things like strong guy or groovy guy, where, we're giving you new options and things, so that you can wear jeans differently. They don't take off as well as, our more classic fits. But I do think that there is a need for that slight boot cut jean, the not so groovy guy, maybe. So I think that will be a good addition. Out there, guys who are wearing boots, that kind of look, I think they'll really appreciate that fit. Next question.
Somebody asked about, can you show me the Azomi jeans? I don't know. Am I saying it right?
Izome.
Okay.
So the natural indigo Tokushima hand dyed denim.
Yes.
So this is the Cadillac, the Rolls Royce. Those aren't in the same category, are they?
Well, kind of.
They're both luxury vehicles, but one is perhaps more luxurious than the other.
Well, one's domestic, one's not.
Well, it depends if you're in the UK or not. There's a Rolls Royce engine factory here. They make from airplanes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, when you go by the airport, sometimes you'll see it, and you'll see the double R's. I'm like, oh, Rolls Royce are made here? No, the engines. Anyway, they make a lot of stuff. Back to these jeans. Tokushima hand-dyed natural indigo denim. So this is perhaps one of the last opportunities to get a fabric like this. The last time we did this was about 5 years ago. These ones are a little bit heavier, a little bit slubbier than before. And you can see that the texture of this fabric is really incredible. And you can see the deep tones of indigo going all the way through this fabric. The way they make this fabric is by growing natural indigo in Japan, fermenting it, creating the dyes, and then taking the yarns and hand dyeing them. If you look online, you could probably see videos of artisans doing this craft. They dip the yarns in the indigo, they wring it out, they dip it again, and even just keeping the indigo dye alive is an art in itself and takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. So the person who did our batch, he's pretty much at retirement age, and we've been looking to do this again for a while, and the mill that wove the fabric for us told us that their guy who does this kind of work is retiring, and they said, if you want this, you got to do it now. So we're doing it. We're going to be producing about 110, 120 pairs of these, and that's also the reason why that Fall Winter 20 is a double MIJ release. So we have the Midnight and we have the Tokushima hand-dyed natural indigo denim coming out in the same season. And check out that selvage edge. I really like that. You're gonna, Brandon and I are both really big fans of pink selvage IDs. You're probably seeing it more and more. I mean, you have it here on the. It's not as thick, but you have it here again on the Japan Heritage All Blacks. So that faint pink makes it look, I think it gives the denim a really cool vintage aesthetic. It's like a faded red. Anyhow, if you're seeing lots of pink, it's because we're both currently obsessed with pink selvage IDs.
Any chance on a wide 1.75 inch wide belt to go with the new flare fit? He just wants bigger belt loops.
Bigger belt loops?
Because right now you can fit like a 1.5. I think you could fit a 1.75 inch belt now.
I think our thick belts are pretty thick, and you can get them in all of our jeans.
Well, those are 1.5.
Yeah, I mean,
you could probably squeeze a 1.75, maybe.
Okay. You're the first person to ever ask me for bigger belt loops. But yeah, anyways, give it a try. I'm not sure if a bigger belt would fit, but I know we make some pretty big belts, and they get in there pretty good.
Any new fabrics planned for Strong Guy?
No, not right now.
I got Weird Guy jeans, and the thighs feels a bit tight. Still breaking them in. Will they stretch out?
If they have stretch, then they'll stretch out more than if they don't have stretch. Of course, all denim stretches a little bit. I don't know how they fit on you and how tight they are. Some people, they struggle to get in them and hope and pray that they're going to stretch out exactly perfectly. And I would say that if the jeans are very tight, uncomfortably tight, you're probably in for a bad time. You should never buy your jeans so tight that you're absolutely uncomfortable in them. You should be comfortable in your jeans. So if you buy a pair of jeans online, of course pay attention to those measurement charts. But once you bring them home, you try them on, and if they're not doing up, or if they're an absolute struggle to do up, take them off and contact your retailer. Because if you try to stretch those jeans out, maybe you're gonna break a button, maybe you're gonna bust a seam, and then what do? You're stuck contacting that retailer saying, hey, your jeans are defective, and it's really not the case. It's you might have busted those jeans. It happens, and we're with any customer service person you get, especially with us, we try to be as compassionate as we can, but. When you buy a Ferrari and you drive it off the lot and you crash it, they don't always give you a new pair. So be careful with what you do with a pair of jeans that don't fit you, because, at the end of the day, you know, when we have a exchange return policy, and you know, I don't know, what am I saying? If your jeans don't fit, don't try to make them fit. Try to exchange them, and don't break your jeans. It's not good for anybody.
I've been wearing my indigo pullover hoodie a week straight. It's so comfortable, but my girlfriend is starting to complain.
Why? Why is she complaining? You've got one of the best hoodies ever made. That fabric is beautiful. We didn't make very many of those. I kind of want to take one now.
Maybe it's crocking on everything?
I doubt it, but it's a beautiful, and she's probably just annoyed that I'm wearing the same hoodie every day. But I wear the same hoodies pretty much every day. I've got like 3 or 4 of these different colors, and I just live in hoodies now.
Any brown pants in the works?
Yep, we have the these are out right now actually, the work pant. So I was wearing a couple of episodes ago. I was wearing the leopard print version of these, but we have these brick colored ones that are available right now. And there's also the duck canvas that you can get in our traditional fit, super guy, weird guy, easy guy. These guys right here.
Oh, and a guy replied, he meant a 1.75 inch wide belt, not belt loops.
So what was the question? Whether or not that
We'll make a wider belt.
will we make a wider belt?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The 1.5 is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. You know what? A lot of people complain that we don't make is a normal size belt. We have the skinny belts and we have the thick belts, but we don't have something in between.
I like the thick belts.
Yeah, me too.
Will the rainbow cores and or green cores ever come back?
Yes. So I talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream. We are going to be adding more color core options down the line. The reason why we didn't have one for fall winter 20 was because our yarn supplier is no longer operational. So that kind of hindered our future production. So we are working on finding a new supplier of yarns for that series.
Is the Toxic Avenger samfarized?
Yes, it is samfarized denim.
If so, will they stretch 1 inch in the waist?
I don't think you'll get a full inch. Maybe you'll definitely get half an inch, maybe up to three quarters of an inch. A full inch, I doubt it.
Will the scratch and sniff come back?
If there's enough demand.
I think we've caught up to all the questions.
Right. Man, if anybody out there from Kentucky Fried Chicken is listening, I always, and I tried to reach out to you guys. You're very hard. You're like, I remember calling and trying to get through, and it was just an endless, like, you know, press this number for this person and so on. And we were even at a trade show, a licensing show, and I tried to find the KFC people, or at least the right people. I always wanted to make KFC jeans. Like scratch and sniff, you know, you have the herbs and spices, smell. You can have like a drumstick, embroidery on the back pocket. It would be pretty funny. As a lover of fried chicken and KFC, I think it would be. Well, I always want to make collaborations with things I like, but I would rock those jeans so hard.
You could probably just take normal jeans, get a job at KFC, and then they'd smell like KFC.
Yeah, but I want them to scratch and sniff like KFC. I want to be like, hey man, want to smell my jeans? And they're gonna say, hey, dude, that's not cool. I'm gonna say, but they smell like KFC. That's why I don't write commercials. That little bit right there. That's why I don't make commercials.
Denim pillows.
Denim pillows. I mean, here's if you have an old pair of jeans and you want to make them a pillow, cut here, close it, fill it with stuffing, close here, and then you have a nice cushion. Oh, speaking of, well, not speaking of cushions, but what do I have here? Island Blue Stretch Selvage. This is the other release coming out next Friday. So you have your lightweight light blue with, I think, 1% stretch, 2% stretch. So a little bit of stretch in this great summer blue color. We pretty much always, for the last several seasons now, we've always had a light blue color like this, a great lightweight denim as well. So if you're looking for a summer jean, this is the one from us this season that you're gonna want to get.
Any chance for a red weft to come back?
Yeah. I every time I go up into the fabric warehouse, I always see a couple of rolls. We have a couple of rolls hanging around, and I just want to do like one last production run of them. Eventually, it will happen.
Ooh, this is a good question.
Okay.
How many ounces are the Naked and Famous denim tees? Are they loop wheeled?
The tees are loop wheeled. There's no seams. They're
circular knit.
They're circular knit. So that's what that means. Whenever somebody says loop wheel, it's woven. It's knit on a loop. So yeah, there are no side seams here. And ounce wise, I don't remember offhand, but they're pretty beefy. They're pretty heavy. It's not your standard like flimsy t-shirt. I mean, I've been wearing this forever. No holes, no nothing. Goes through the wash, goes through the dry. If anybody who has one of our t-shirts knows that they last forever. Not literally forever, but better than your average bear.
How do the Japan Heritage Black fade?
So I don't have a faded example with me, but they will fade to like a gritty kind of gray tone. You can see here, this is the, for anybody who's interested in seeing what like a slubby black denim would turn into, something like that. So it just wouldn't be quite as extreme as these. This was a little bit of a heavier weight denim. This is the this is the trunks denim, and you can see it is a little bit slubbier because of because of the weight. You can really tell that it's the yarns are fatter. So some of these streaky lines are a little bit more distinctive than this, but that's what you can expect in terms of tone.
Cool. Do you think they want to see the faded Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, let's do that. Is it? It's in the
It's
other
just
room?
yeah. Take a look at some fades while we wait. Scratch and sniff cola brown. That would be good. That would be good. Some guy said scratch and sniff cola, brown denim.
Brown denim.
A cola sniff.
Cola.
Like a brown.
I do love cola.
Yeah.
I love junk food, by the way. I mean, I don't think it's that much of a surprise, but I freaking love junk food. Okay, so last night, Garrett and I went to town on a pair of these because we wanted to show people the fading potential of the Toxic Avenger denim. So we got some drywall sanding paper, and we took the sample and we sanded it and we washed it. So this isn't going to be perfectly representative of what a pair of these would turn into, but you can see that the blue tone comes out quite nicely in this denim, and you can compare it to a pair of new ones. So after wash and wear, you can see just how much more blue this denim becomes, and then the green undertone actually becomes more evident when you break through the fabric. What I really like about this particular fabric is just how slubby it is. So you can see like the weft yarns here, how skinny they are in some parts, and then just how super thick they are in other parts. So that really lends to the texture of this denim. So check that out here. You can see so many different weights of yarn happening at the same time. or weights, thicknesses of yarn.
Well, you only got 30 seconds left.
I got 30 seconds left on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining me here on the Instagram. We're gonna run a little bit longer on YouTube, so make sure to check us out over there. If you're not subscribed to us, head over to YouTube, Naked and Famous Denim, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we have a new video. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. And I don't know. Bye-bye. Okay, YouTube land. So everything happening here on out is just for the YouTube. So the Toxic Avenger denim here, you can see that it does become much more blue over time. I don't necessarily recommend going to town on a pair of jeans with the drywall sander, drywall sandpaper yourself. It does come out a little inconsistent. I think actually, if we had a little bit more practice with this, we could probably get them to look a little bit more authentic. This kind of reminds me of like a mall brand jean. When you see them, their fading is just really, it's kind of there. You know, the idea is there, but it's not always, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Authentic.
It's not really authentic. So you can see that it's high contrast and then you know, a lot of fade, no fade. Whereas like on a typical pair of jeans, you'll have a lot more gradient throughout. But you know, you can still see what the fading potential here is going to be. And you can see, the hardware is a little bit faded out. Actually, the leather patch faded out quite nicely as well. I really like this over here. You can see like a lot of that verticalness of the fading. And I really like how much more blue they become over time as well. So it is a very transformative jean or denim fabric, new versus used. It's like night and day. So that's what you can expect from the Toxic Avenger collection. And I'm gonna say, what else am I gonna say? I think that's it. I guess, you know, the problem is once the questions run out, then I kind of run out of things to talk about. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for tuning in here on YouTube. You guys are for everybody who is a subscriber, thanks so much for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, then please do. We're getting a couple subscribers every day, so we're on the road to 10,000, getting me over to that YouTube studio. I will be back again in Montreal, hopefully sooner than later, so we can do you know, these show and tell type of live streams. You know, until then, you're gonna catch me just kind of doing a FaceTime style, you know, Q&As with you guys. Garrett will be here also, so he'll be here on the Tate and Yoko Instagram. So definitely you want to check him out there. He does a lot of great stories that you can check out, and he answers all your questions. So if there's anything you guys want or need from us, hit us up in the comment section below. I've been answering as many as I can. Same thing with Instagram and Instagram DMs and things like that. I answer as many as I can. I can't answer them all, but if you have comments or suggestions, throw them at us. We want to hear them. And if there's anything else, I don't know. I think that's it. Garrett, what do you got to say?
Leave some comments on YouTube. So if you have any questions, because you know we have the live stream on Instagram and people are interacting with us as we go, asking questions, blah blah blah. But if you're watching this on YouTube right now, it's a little bit harder to interact because it's not live. So just leave any questions or comments, things you have down in the comment section. We'll read that and then we'll be able to, you know, print those out or whatever and address them in the next live video. So you two who are on YouTube, you can have your voice heard and your questions answered.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think we can say goodbye.
Selfie?
Yeah, a little selfie. Bye-bye. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you again soon. Right. Bye.